What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB. Okay, this is my fourth session of Hot Potato, in which casino matchmaker Greg and I are passing a bankroll back and forth, and he started it. So look down in the description below. There's a link to the very first video on his channel in his series, and then he passes me the total bankroll. We keep going back and forth. We're at $1,732 and some change. So I'm going to see if I can't grab this up to 1,800 bucks today. Today I'm going to play PowerUp. This was a strat submitted by a member, Ops, a while back. And basically what you're going to do is, I'll explain this here in a second, but we're on a speed table, so I got to be fast. So I actually have the bets saved over here. But essentially what you're doing is you're starting with 1 unit on a corner, 2 units on the first column. You could reverse it as well, go the 1-5 corner and the third column. If you lose, you're going to match the previous corner bet. Okay, you're going to match the previous corner bet, put that same amount on the column, 1, 2, and double it. Okay, so you're going to keep going. I have enough with our bankroll for 9 progressions. I have enough for 9 progressions. I have done very well with this. In fact, this is when I was doing member challenges. If they submitted a strategy, boom, look at that, $31, just like that. All right, so I have my bet saved here. I'm on a speed roulette table, so definitely if you're gonna play on a speed roulette table, save your bets, because it gets really hard if you start getting up into these higher numbers here of matching the bet down here, and doubling the whole thing. Trust me, it got pretty hairy just creating these favorites on here. I probably should have gone to another Evo table and done it there. Okay, there we go, $6. I'm gonna keep going. Now, here's why I like this. You still have decent coverage here, right? We got 12 plus 4, so you're starting out with 16 numbers off the bat. I like that. You guys know that on progressive coverage systems, I don't like starting out with just a couple numbers, right? So this starts out with 16, and then you start expanding down this way so that if you're gonna play it a little bit on the risky side, at least this one gives you better coverage. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna just keep going. Again, 1 unit on a corner, 2 units to start. From that point forward, you're just gonna match whatever's on the previous corner, put that same amount on this column bet, and then double the whole thing. So only at the very beginning do you have a 2-to-1 ratio. From then on out, you're adding whatever the previous unit is, adding that same amount here, right? So we're gonna rebet, we add the same amount there, add 1 here, and double the whole thing. All right, so by the end of the 9th progression, or at the 9th progression, we're betting it's a $479 bet. So, and I'm not even sure, that's actually not even true. That has to be doubled. So I don't even have 9 progressions. The 8th progression is $466. So we're going to hope that we can get through this before it gets that high. And like I said, typically, so when Ops submitted this, the deal was with a $1,000 bankroll, if I could make $50 in 30 minutes or less, maybe it was even 15, they would get that money. And this one, in fact, I think all of the member submitted strategies won the $50. And I think I'll pick that up again, where if a member submits a strat and it wins, you get the profit. So, okay, here we go. So we're going to go, that was 1. We're going to match it, double. We're up to a $10 bet. So far, we've been very, very lucky. Let's see if the casino gods will continue being kind to us. So, assuming I don't drop the ball here and I can get it upwards of around $1,800, I'll send that back to Greg. Ah, come on. All right, so I'm gonna say I saved my bets here, right? These were 2, so we would have matched 2 here, and doubled the whole thing. So, crossing my fingers that I don't break this wide open. And again, my exit strategy is I don't know if I'll hold on to this thing all the way through 8 progressions, or if I will revert to 5 double streets. I'll have to see how I'm feeling. Oh my goodness. Now she's taking us for a ride. What is that? Was that 3? What was that? 28. All right. We're up at a $72 bet. Now here's our bangers. These ones that are flanked on both sides by the corner bets. So 5 through 12, these are real bangers, but everything is profitable here. Okay. Everything is profitable here. So, but we would really love to hit one of these numbers right in here. Let's see if she'll give us, but I'll take any win. Boom. That's a win. All right. Boom, $49. And more importantly to me, on these types of strategies, you want the reset. I mean, we always want to reset on, obviously, when we're in our progressions, but with this one particularly, it just starts getting very, very expensive. So you definitely want to recover. So we're at $49. We are at 1781. So if we can manage to get a couple more wins here, we need roughly $15 more, and we will be able to get in and out of this thing fairly unscathed. But man, it only takes one bad run here, right? Only takes one bad run. So yeah, so I'm hoping to pass this over. Man, Greg, that last video, whew, there was a lot of red. Yes, that's a nice hit. Look at that, $58. We're at $17.90. I'm going to stick with it. I personally, at this point, only $10 away, I would do two rounds of $5 unit double streets, 5 double streets. That's just what I would do. We're only $10 away. I would probably do that. That's just me. But we are absolutely crushing it. We are at $7 away. So I'm just going to stick with this strategy all the way through. Greg has had an iron will, and he has stuck with the strategy all the way through the finish. So I can't be the weak link here. I'm gonna stick with the strategy unless it gets, like I said, unless it gets really far down there, then we'll look at pulling the plug. All right, let's go to the second one. Again, we match, double the whole thing. All right. Hope you guys are liking the series. This is a lot of fun. Just going back and forth. I think what this also shows you, because all in all, relatively, we were playing in fairly short sessions, right? And you guys know I believe in time boxing your sessions. Oh man, what is that, 23? That's no bueno. This is what I'm talking about. One bad streak here and we're cooked. Now we get one win here. We're done. We're done here. This should take us all the way home when we finally do get a win, or very close, I think. But I think at this point, any win here takes us home. But you guys know I believe in time boxing our sessions, and sort of when you're doing hot potato and you're going back and forth, I think it does that, right? Because you're playing for a set amount. That's the nice to have, the profit ceiling, the North Star that you're shooting for. And yes, 1,800 on the dot, 1,883 cents. That's 1,800 on the dot. 8 minutes and 24 seconds. We're going to take that. But that's a nice thing, right? I reach this, and then because you're sending it away to somebody else, it takes away that desire just to keep cranking through, right? If you have an agreement with any number of people that you're playing hot potato with, it keeps those sessions shorter. It keeps that desire to just keep pushing for more profit and getting in trouble. So I like that idea. If you have some friends or coworkers or colleagues or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, that you could play this with, I think that'd be a great idea. That just make sure you trust them, okay? And you guys all put in the same amount. Now the rules are, if I were to bust, I owe Greg 500. If he were to bust, he owes me 500. So it makes you play at least with a little bit more caution, because you got more skin in the game, because you got to give them back their money. Anyway, all right, Greg, back to you. Man, couldn't ask for a better one. Thanks, Ops. And I think you guys know, this was my fourth session. For my fifth and final session, I think you know what I'm going to play for my fifth and final session. All right, that's it, folks. Be good humans. Us against the casino always. And looking forward to see what Greg comes out with here shortly. All right, cheers.